Hello or welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, Be the True Reach. Here your dreams come true. Today is another exciting episode of live stream here on Be the True Reach, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun learning today. You're all welcome to another beautiful, exciting episode. Another beautiful episode. In fact, it's too heavy for me to say, so that's why I'm stammering. You're all welcome. Okay, if you're here, please let me see an indication that you're here in the building. Please just type a message to let us know that you're here. How are you doing today? How's the day going? How was your week? Okay, how is everything? Okay, Healthy Vima is here. Healthy Vima, you're welcome. You're welcome to this exciting episode. In fact, you're always here because you're my moderator. You're welcome. Okay, if you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know. Yes, I'm doing good, Healthy Vima. Victoria, I'm doing very, very good. Okay, let's just take the first few minutes, about 5 minutes, to welcome ourselves in the building. If you're here, please send a hi, a hello. Let me know you're here. Today's another beautiful, exciting episode. Okay, and today we have a special guest in the building, Baba Nonso. So he's going to be coming up very soon. Very soon, he's going to be coming up to teach us a whole lot about not begging for money, having to understand what the problem is and deal with the problem and not go around begging for money. Okay, understanding that money is not our problem. In a few minutes, is going to come up. Okay, yeah, Vimai. Yes, Vimai said that I am loud and clear. Vimai, thank you very much. Okay, so if you're here, just send a hi. Just send a hi. Let me know you're here. Just send a hi. Send a hello. Let me know you're here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Baba Nonso is already in the building. Okay. He's already in the building. So everybody, gather around. Gather around. Gather around. Gather around. Yeah, gather around, everyone. Okay. So I'm waiting for you guys to pop in. Pop in. Pop in. Come in and let's start. Come in and let's start. It's going to be another exciting episode. We're going to be learning so much today. Come in and let's start. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. 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 So in the next few minutes, I'm going to start with a recap from last week. Okay. Um, guys, if you're here, just come in, say something. Let us know you're in the building. Let us know how you're doing. What's the weather like where you're at? Before we move straight into our topic for today. Okay. We Nigerians and African time, or Nigerian time, I think it has graduated into Nigerian time now. It's no more African time because we now have our own time. Guys, it's supposed to be 6 p.m. 6 p.m. GMT plus 1. In a few seconds, we would kick off. It's been a beautiful week for me, a very beautiful one. Busy too, and the weather has been up and down, cool, dry, like that, and learning new things every day, learning a whole lot of beautiful things, seeing things in a different perspective, studying and opening up to beautiful ideas. Okay, so please, if you're in the building, okay, KG, I see you. Okay, hello K, how are you? How are you doing? How is today? Okay, good. So we're moving straight into the topic for today. You're all welcome. KG, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so let's roll. It's showtime. Last week we talked about savings and how savings cannot make you rich. That was the focus for last week, and we had a very beautiful guest last week, Mr. Obajide Ajao, and he came in and he made us see some focal points that we're missing to see, made us understand more about the savings things, and taught us about the three M's: make money, manage money, and multiply money. Okay, KG, I see you from Nairobi, Kenya. You're welcome. And he also taught us about the five baskets, okay, according to priorities. And if you were not present on that live stream, please go to my channel, Be the True Rich, this same channel. You can just go there, go to the live session, you'd see it there. Savings can never make you rich. Saving your money can never make you rich. Yeah. So you learn more about savings there. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about something unique, something different. And the topic today is simple: stop begging for money. Money is not your problem. So if you watched the focus video, I shared it, it's even in the description of this video. If you watch the focus video, you learn there when I talked about the way we address problems, that our problem is actually not money. The mistake a lot of us make is we tend to just cover everything around the money. We tend to just feel that, man, all our problem is money, without even knowing what the problem is, without even knowing how to approach it. And I gave some tips. I also referred some books we can study to understand how to best address matters. Yes, money will solve the problem. Like I said, money is just a solution, one solution to the problem. Money is not the only solution. We have various solutions, so many of them, to this problem we are talking about, to problems we have to eat, we have to do business, we have to go to work, we have to do a lot of things. So but having clarity on what you need, having a budget or a plan on what you need can very much make a difference for us. It can change the whole drama. It can change the whole long waiting and going around asking for money. Like I said, it's something common in my own country here in Nigeria. When you meet people and you ask them, what's your problem? They just say money. And they don't have a defined reason for why they need the money or what the money is needed for. All they know in their mind is that they need money. And you hear some very funny statements like, if I just dey waka for road now, just see 1 million for grand, bam, my life done better. And when you ask, okay, if you see this money, what are you going to do with it? You'll now be hearing funny, funny answers. You hear, I'll just go buy one Venza. I'll just go Lekki, go buy one house. I just go. Then you just understand that these people don't even know what is in front of them and what their problem really is. And they're thinking that money is the answer. Money answered all things to them. And in the business world, we've learned that there are other means. You have OPM, you have OPT, there are other means to go about this thing. But first and foremost, understanding what we want and being able to speak in clear terms helps us better channel our energy, helps us better understand what we want to do and how to go about achieving what needs to be achieved. Okay, so on this note, I'll just take a few steps back. I will step down for Malga at the top to join the live stream. Okay, so Baba Nonso, you're on now. You're on now. You're very much
Yes,
welcome.
sir.
Very, you're very much welcome. Let me put on my headphones so I can hear you. Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you very loud and clear. Very loud and clear. Very loud and clear. So, hello, audience. This is our guest for today, Baba Nonso. His handle is at Baba Nonso underscore. So when you go there, you learn more about him. Okay, he's an entrepreneur. If I call him a savvy entrepreneur, because he's well grounded in entrepreneurship. Okay, and he's the CEO Bell Constructions. Okay, and we've had a history together back in the entertainment world. Then, when I was running Micron
Yeah.
Entertainment CEO 27 colors, and yes, we shut down Surulere and Lagos all those years. Yeah, God
Yes.
bless his soul. Easy here today. He was one of those people that made and
Yeah.
very, very interesting. Okay, so over to you, Babanon. So
Yeah.
take it from here. Let the audience also hear from another person, because that's the aim of having this live stream. Like, may not be like it's not only my kid talk to talk. So let them hear from another let them hear from another
Yeah.
person, like, okay, this is how to go about it. Okay, Baba, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Mike. Well, for me, I actually don't have a problem with you continuing. At least everything way they talk, it dey enter my head. So if you leave me, self, I go say make you just they talk, they go. You know. But it's great to it's great to be here. It's I think I need to start off with commending what you're doing out here. It's there's nothing as fulfilling as being a human being that feeds other minds. It's such a beautiful thing, and it excites me when I see that there's still minds like this. There's still people that look beyond what I'm going to eat today and what's the next Benz I'm going to drive. And somebody that is projecting for the next generation, literally, because that's what your platform is all about. You're talking about, it's not about people eating fish. It's about how to fish for yourself and generations to come. Keyword sustainability. So I think all the kudos should actually go to you, Michael. What you're doing is amazing,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
I'm glad. I'm indeed glad to be here. And so let's just get right to it. I you know I've been. I mean, I'm a strong follower of your platform, and in line with the video, you were talking about. I actually took out time again a couple of times this week, to look through it, and every single time I watch it, it hits me differently. Something as simple as saying money is not your problem. It's that's such an abnormal statement in the Nigerian context. I'll speak about the Nigerian context because Mike, now here we dey stay now, so
Yes, now.
maybe when I move to Canada, I can talk about Canada. But here, you know, money, everybody just needs money. I want to see money on the road. You ask a guy, some guy, I saw something on social media, and some guy says, "Oh man, I can't wait to make money." And somebody now asks, "So if they give you 10 million naira now, what would you do?" And the guy says, "Oh, the first thing I'm going to do is I'll go and buy 20,000 naira suya first." You know? So, so, you know, that's even understanding that there's no way on earth. I don't care if you buy that suya at a cool hotel. There's no way on earth you can finish 20,000 naira suya. But it just basically it aligns with what you've been talking about, and most people just feel money is the solution to all problems. You know, once I have money, everything is fine. But I'll give you. Okay, let's just work with some statistics. So in Asia, in countries, let me say countries like Japan. Japan is the third largest world economy. So there's America, there's China, there's Japan. Now, Japan, with that economy, has loads of millionaires and billionaires, but it still has one of the highest suicide rates in that sub region. And you're asking yourself why? These guys have money. You understand? So, I mean, you shouldn't have problems. So why are you jumping off a skyscraper? Because, I mean, why? Why are you killing yourself? So it's just to show you or just to tell you that even that billionaire that you look up to, money is not the solution to all his problems. There are some problems that money cannot solve. Money is only a means to an end. You get there's so much we need to unlearn. you know and like you know I think really in that video you just said it all. You just said it all. So I'll just pick one or two things from there because 90% of the time, a lot of us don't do anything. We don't move. Nobody does literally does nothing because we're waiting for a certain amount of money to come into your account before I start that, business, before I, start that training, whatever it is that you feel that money is your primary hindrance. People don't, nobody wants to make a move. Ah, they've not given me money. Oh, if only a bank could loan me money. But there are things as cheap. I'll say cheap, but it's actually really expensive because you need to learn how to cultivate it. There's something as cheap as social capital. So I'll ask you, I'll say, what is the strength of your social capital? Let me even start by defining social capital in my own words. Now, social capital basically is, you know, okay, let's say your money capital is your cash in the bank. Social capital, the social interactions, your circle of friends, the community of people around you, whether not family, direct friends, or the rest of that. How rich, and I don't mean in monetary terms, I mean in terms of value. How rich is the circle of people around you? How rich is the circle of people around you? Do you understand? Because the circle of influence determines a whole lot, especially when I'm saying this coming from the angle of an entrepreneur. I've been into quite a number of businesses, and I can easily tell you that most of the time, your jump off platform is usually one or two people around you, whether it's your brother or your mom or your people that will naturally support you because there's some sort of sentimental or emotional connection with you. Ah, man, no, so let me just help this guy, right? Let's even start there. So Mike said something. He says, okay, so for instance, maybe you want to start off. What do I use now? Let me say so. Okay. Let's start with the most basic. So you know how to make. You're good with pastries. Oh, you can make meat pie and buns and the rest of these things, right? And you know that if you make this thing in reasonable quantity, people would buy because the small ones you've made, you've gotten positive feedback, and people even call you back and say, "Oh man, I'd like to get more of this thing," right? But you don't have enough money to scale. So what do? You sit down at home and cry because there's no money. Maybe you need like 100K or 200,000 naira. But then you forget that there are people that are in the business of flour, whether not importation, whether not distribution, whether all they do is sell, they trade in flour. Flour is the primary ingredient for that buns or whatever it is you're making. So there's somebody that has this thing in excess. So like Mike said, the problem right now is not that you the money is important too. You need money, but what do you need the money for? Now you need the money to buy the things you need for your bakery. So there's a guy that can give you flour, whether you know that person directly or indirectly. Now that's also where your social capital also comes into play. So if it's not somebody you can influence directly, this guy is Michael's guy now. I know that this guy is my guy. Mike can talk to this guy to give me one bag, and within the next 3 days, I can, I would have baked, made some money, and paid him some money. Okay, so I call Mike because Mike is my guy. And Mike goes like, that one a small thing now. Mike calls Femi. Femi, Omo, you get one of my younger brother where they do something and everything. I beg. Say a young guy and a student and everything. Can you give him a bag or two? Don't worry, I can shorty him. He's gonna pay you back in extra. Mike imports flour in tons, you know. So it's not a problem for Mike at all. Giving a bag. I'm telling you this with experience. I'm not saying something. It's not make believe, and I'm going to tell you my own personal story. You understand? So Mike supports you and gives you a bag to start off your business. You now need other condiments and things. You understand? That's also where some people come into play. There's somebody that is willing to support you with material. Sometimes people don't always want to give you money. I honestly do not encourage people to go for money all the time. Once you have to ask somebody for money, 90% of the time, most people shy away because it's a tight economy right now. Yeah, I don't know if Mike still here? Okay. Okay, maybe I'll just go on, yeah? So it's a tight economy most times, really. So most of what you need to achieve your dreams can be built through your association with other people. You understand? So if you if you could beg for money, then you could as well beg for the resources that you need the money to get. It's actually easier in practical terms to get resources, to get the materials, than to ask people money directly. There's a psychological thing about asking somebody to pass with money. It's harder. You understand? Uh, okay. So hopefully, if um, I'd like to ask Mike. Hello, Mike. Mike, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, hello. I'm here. I'm here. I just
Yeah.
wanted to get you and
Okay.
your this thing together. I'm here.
Okay. Okay.
Go
Okay.
on. Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
All
Go
right.
on.
All right. All right. Yeah. So no, I actually just wanted to know, how you want to moderate it. Do I just go on, or do you need me to,
No,
do you
go
want
on.
to
Go
interject
on.
at some point?
No, go on. Go on. If
Okay.
I would interject you,
Okay.
no, just go on. Take the stage. It's about you
Okay.
today. It's all about you.
Okay. No wahala. No wahala. So let me tell stories. I want to tell a story, real life
Go ahead.
stories. So I used to be in banking at some point in my life, some years back, quite a number of years back. And while I was in banking, I uh, I always I've always had a knack for entrepreneurship, my own business. I think I generally just say I'm a restless guy. Like one of the hardest things to do is to make me sit down in one place. So the whole banking thing really wasn't for me. You know, and funny enough, I did pretty well in banking because I mean I was in corporate banking, I was in sales marketing. So yeah, but the office work, the back end, at some point I just sit down for like an hour, I get really restless, and so I always wanted to start something while I was in banking. So one day I was I went to see a friend on a Sunday. Now Sundays are like the worst days for most 9 to 5 workers. I'm sure my 9 to 5 workers in the house know what I'm saying. So especially for bankers. So that Sunday evening I was with this guy, and we're just chilling, and his laundry guy came over to his house to deliver his clothes for him. Now something struck me. It was the way it was the presentation, it was the way the laundry guy packaged the clothes, you know? And I was like, man, I like the way this guy just, folds. Because normally I like so every weekend, I have to send my clothes to the laundry. They clean for the next week. So I usually like my shirt, well starched, ironed, and straightened out on the hanger. I don't like to fold. But the way this laundry guy really young guy folded the thing, it was so nice. It looked like brand new. I'm like, man, I dey feel this guy package you. So I spoke with the guy, and the guy's like, man, Baba, I beg you, just try to patronize me. No worry, I'll do a great job and all that. So truth be told, I actually gave him my clothes, and the next week he brought it very well done, neatly done, well starched. He even put what do you call this bone collar, this like paper collar on the back of the neck
Yeah.
of this to make it really nice. Like by the time the guy brings your clothes back, man, you're just excited. So every morning I leave my house as early as like 5:30 because I was staying on the mainland and my office was in VI. So I leave like 5:30 to beat Echo Bridge traffic. Mike, you know as it be now. Echo Bridge
Yes, no.
traffic starts from 6 a.m. between 6:30. So if you're on Echo Bridge till 6, you don't hear am. So I leave as early as 5:30. Sometimes I'm at my office before 6 a.m. So I sit down in the office, I'm just sleeping and everything, right? So that Monday morning, I now saw my colleague bringing out clothes from his car. My senior colleague, he was my boss then, like 2 levels above me. I love clothes, and apparently his laundry guy comes to he takes his shirt to some laundry place on that VI axis. So what I do, I just looked at the guy. I'm like, Oga Francis, I get laundry business, so I get dry cleaning business. The guy's like, no, so are you serious? Since when? with this our banking work? I say, yes, now I get somebody run them on the side and the rest of that. Guy now goes like, okay, that's nice. Oh yeah, now. So how much do you charge? Okay, so here's the thing. The laundry place in VI as at then was charging, I think, about 450 naira a shirt to iron one shirt, and I think 1,000 something to iron the suits and the rest of that. So me, I just slashed the price by half. I went like, man, guy, me, I do shirts for 250 naira, natives. My price was definitely better than whatever it is was getting on VI. So he goes like, anyways, me, I they see your clothes and so you make. He now asks me, so you clean your own clothes? I'm like, yeah, sure. Even this one I'm wearing, I'm cleaning. I'm like, man, fantastic. So he transloads all his clothes into my car, right? Then the next day he comes with his wife's clothes too, you know. So two things are coming into play here. One is the social capital I'm talking about. This guy is my friend. He's also a colleague, and he will do things one from the angle of business. I mean, it makes sense for him that he's getting it cheaper. Then two, the fact that Nonso is his friend. So he's also leveraging on that, or I'm also leveraging on that too. So it makes it easy for me to get that. Now, when I get into the office, I tell the rest of my colleagues, man, guys, look at, I started up with laundry business and everything. So by Wednesday, Thursday, my car was filled with clothes. Like people were just bringing clothes and everything. Like, oh, you know, let's support this guy. So I sent the clothes over to the guy. I gave the guy the clothes, I think, on Friday. And the guy, because it was a small scale business he was running, he was so impressed with the volume. He said, Baba, you know what? Because then he was washing the clothes for, I think, 17 naira per shirt. He said, you know what, Baba? I'll give you these clothes. I'll wash these clothes at 50 naira per shirt. Right? He gave me a discount for as long as you give me this kind of volume. Now, I was charging 250. So I'm making 4 times in
200.
terms of profit. Yes, what
400%.
that guy is making 400%. As a matter of fact, I was making 500% inclusive of this capital. You understand? Now, by the time I came back the next week, what did I do? I just went a little extra. All I did, I told him, I said, fold these clothes the way you fold them. Then I just went to allowancing. Those printers allowance, and I just said, so normally when they print, they have this what they call off cut. They cut paper, like pieces of paper in millions, like loads of them. So I just went there, I said, please, can I take this your paper? And the guy says, oh yeah, pack the paper, it's even trash. So the paper, thick paper, I packed it. Then I now arranged it in such a way that I got the size I wanted. So that I wanted to do that collarbone for the neck, right? So I just told the man, can you
Yeah.
cut it to this smaller size for me? The guy just did it happily. I think he did. In fact, by the time he sliced it, I paid it. I think I paid it like 100 naira. There was a bag full of that paper, right? Then the only thing I spent money on was nylon. You know this transparent nylon you put your brand new
Yeah.
shirts inside.
Yeah.
Then in fact, if I have to calculate the cost, each one was less than 1 naira. You understand? Because as at then I was buying a pack for 100 naira, a pack of 100 for about 90, whether 95 naira or so. So all the clothes that he ironed, I folded and just put in those packs, right? So by Monday
Yeah.
morning, I approached Francis with 2 big bags, all inside the nylon and everything. And I went to Francis and I'm like, Baba Francis, I beg, take share too. And the guy now goes like, no, no, so I beg, say they never pay us now. End of month, I can't afford to buy new shirts. I said, Mr. Francis, these are not new shirts. These are your clothes. These are the
These
clothes
are
you
your
gave me.
shit.
And the guy looked at the thing. I can never forget the look on this man's face. Francis looked at it and like, he screamed so loud, the branch manager came out. Because, I mean, we're on the top floor, the marketing floor. Like, oh, more, see magical. Now my clothes with this. Like, the presentation was amazing. With the collarbone, everything. Right? Let me summarize this story. The first month, I can never forget the figure. I made 168,500 first month.
Wow.
I didn't have a washing
Wow.
machine. I didn't know jack. I didn't spend water. I didn't buy Omo. I did nothing. I was just a middleman. Nothing. Both parties were happy. The laundry guy was happy. He was elated. I mean, he got the volume he never got before. The guys in my office, their clothes was fantastic, better than what they were getting for what they were paying double the price before. Me, I was sitting down, a middleman. The only difference was I was just a guy that could leverage two different people. I was just a mediator. 168K. Let me fast forward the first 6 months. So you can check it out. You can even check. I'm sure there'll still be stuff about us online. So the name of my laundry company was Mac Turner, Mick Turner, MC Turner Laundry Services, right? And almost immediately I decided to scale up, right? The first 6 months, easily, I made my entire salary plus benefits in banking, and I was like level 3. So I wasn't like an entry level banker, but I made my entire salary with bonuses, with all the extras they pay you. I don't need to give you the figure, but you need to understand that it was a good couple of millions
It was huge.
easily.
It was
I'm saying,
huge.
bro, it was good. It was
Okay, hello. Hello, Nonso. Hello. Okay. I think our co-host is I think
good. When I
he's
mean
okay. His network is acting up. Okay, hello, Nonso. You're back. You're back. You're back. Hello, Nonso. Baba Nonso. Baba Nonso. Hello. Sorry. Can everyone hear him? Can other people hear him? Okay. Can other people hear him? Okay, Nonso. Please check your mic. Please check your mic. Please check your mic. Sorry, guys. This is a. I think this is just a network interference. Okay. Also, you can disconnect and reconnect. Okay. You can disconnect then reconnect. Okay. You can just disconnect then reconnect. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. You guys were really enjoying this. Can you hear me? You can disconnect and reconnect. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, disconnected. Okay, so guys, you're welcome. Cynthia, you're welcome. We're just having some very interesting time with Baba Nonso here. He's an entrepreneur, a big business person, and he has had his fair share of experience in business. And this is somebody that can tell you that money is not everything. You get it's not money you need for everything. There are things that you need that money is not the solution. And here he was sharing his experience about how he set up a laundry business. Okay, and he's coming back on now. Okay, so we're having him back on. Okay.
yeah.
Hello, Baba Nonso.
Okay,
Okay, fine.
yeah, I
You're
can
back.
hear
You're
you. I
back.
can hear you. So sorry. Yeah, because I'm
No
actually
problem.
in transit, so I had to. Yes, I'm actually doing this with my phone. The call came in. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So where was I? Where was I? Okay.
Yeah, you talked
So
about
the
the
first.
amount you made in the first 6 months, your
Yes.
your total
Yes. Yes.
salary and bonuses. Okay.
Exactly. So the first 6 months, after the first 6 months, the guy, the laundry guy, had so much volume. He asked me to, Baba, let's just structure this thing well. Let's partner. So I had to open up an outlet, hire people, and the rest of that. Then now decided to scale, and I said, okay, you know what? Let me even carve out the market for myself. So I start making inquiries like, listen, I want to wash stuff. I want to wash clothes for the really, for the rich and famous. I need to do stuff for, and just because that was my desire, I needed to start working along those lines. So, every single person I meet, I'm like, man, I want to listen. Is there a way? How can I? Who washes for $10? Who washes for? Then it was Mi. Mi was like my guy. Like I
Incredible.
really liked Mi,
Yeah.
and this thing was yes, yeah, Mr. Incredible. So someday where we guys hanging out and everything, and I'll go like, man, I met a guy. He says in entertainment. First thing I asked him, bro, do you know Emma? Man, I go like do stuff with that guy. I like Emma, my guy now, bro. In less than a week, we're at Emma's house. Long story short, fast forward, we're
27
washing for
colors.
Emma. We're washing for a couple of others, bro, bro. I'm telling you. So Mike, let me not bore you with the plenty details. Let me not bore the viewers of the plenty details. The point is, with all this plenty grammar I've spoken now, how much of my money went into this business that got me to a point where I was making millions? And literally, this was even what ushered me into the entertainment circle. You understand? From
Yeah.
looking at a guy, seeing an opportunity and grabbing it. I'm not saying, oh, I don't have money, because if I had money, I would have bought washing machine and I realized that I didn't need this thing. Like Mike said, other people's money, other people's time, other
Time.
people's equipment, other people's resources. You understand? Other people's know-how. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just have to be a good mediator. I just have to be a good manager. I need to understand. I have a perfect picture of the dream I want to, achieve. You get? This is what I want to achieve. It doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be the guy that will do the everyday work. No, you understand? And I mean, the rest is
Yes.
history. The rest is history. You understand? But my point is, why I use this as a practical example is this is me real life. It's not make believe. It's not to read some motivational book. It's not activate to motivate to initiate. Nah, it's none of that.
Fire to
Real life,
expire.
bro. Real life. I'm telling you, inspired to expire. Nah, none of that. Real life, real life. I can give you the details. I can give you the company name. I can real. I made millions off nothing. I didn't have Omo. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have laundry, nothing. I had no prior experience because I didn't need it. I just had to leverage on what was already existing. There was a need, and I had the service to feed that need, and that was all. That was all. So imagine replicating this thing in so many. It you can literally replicate it on so many scales, on too many scales. Too many skills. There's a young guy that I was actually I don't let me not use the word mentoring. You understand? But he's always like coming close, Baba. What do you think? He has an idea, he runs it by me. Has an idea, runs it by me. So one day I'm like, listen, bro, you keep asking for. I I have this dream. He wants to make branded shirts and the rest of that. I'm like, listen, you keep asking for money, money, money. Every single time you ask for money, you always need more because there's always something more you need to do with money. You understand? We're not saying money is not important, but in the event where you don't have this money, there's still so much you can do, right? So what did we do? One day, I put him in the car and we drove to Lagos Island. I said, "Where do you buy your t-shirts from?" Because he buys plain t-shirts and brands things for people, right? Good. So where do you get your t-shirts from? He took me to the guy's store. I said, "How many t-shirts do you buy on average?" Right? And he says, "Okay, normally he comes, he buys like 20,
Hey,
he
hello
buys like,
guys. Sorry.
uh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can
Okay.
hear you. I can hear
So,
you.
so we went,
Abanoso, I can hear you.
yeah, okay, okay. All right. So I told him to take me to the distributor where he gets buys the t-shirts from. And he said, okay, so uh, on average, he buys like 10 to 20 t-shirts at once, and when he sells, he comes back again, buys them. So I said, how long have you been buying these shirts from this guy? He said, he's been doing this for over a year, going to 2 years. He's been doing it during the COVID period. I said, bro, you've been doing business with somebody for over a year. No matter how little you think this your 20 t-shirt is, does this man at least knows you in person? He said, yes, guys, he's a very good friend. Sometimes they even chat on WhatsApp and everything. I said, good. So now our conversation with this guy is going to be different. So we drove all the way to Lagos Island, went to meet this guy, and I'm like, okay, no wahala, Baba. This guy wants to buy 20 t-shirts. He has money for 20, right? How many more can you give him, knowing fully well that he comes back to you at least twice every week? He knows. And the man even said it himself, like, no, this boy, he likes the boy's hustle, very honest boy. He comes, if there's any damage with the shirt, he'll bring and show you, and, very straightforward boy. So I asked him, I said, you tell us how many more you can give. He said, you know what? If every time this boy comes to buy, I'll give him 10 t-shirts extra. He can pay me later. So that means he goes there, he buys, pays for 20, and now they're giving him 10 extra. That's a 50% markup, right? Free.
Yeah.
He's not paying anything. The same thing happened to the guy that prints for him. When we went there, the same story I told the guy that sold the shirt, the same thing was exactly what I told the guy that prints for him. That guy now even offered to print double the volume for him.
100%
Why?
markup.
Because they stay on the same, yes, because they stay on the same street. So, if, for instance, your business, that boy's business was worth 1 million naira before, somebody is willing to give you an additional 500,000 naira worth of goods free. Another guy is willing to give you an additional 1 million naira worth
1
of
million naira
printing
service
free. Yes. 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 Because 90% of the time, what you need money for is to either buy your product or get a service. But sometimes, if you already have an existing relationship or there's some sort of social capital, that money might not be so necessary. Like Mike said in the video, a lot of rich people have been privy to meet. I've met the poorest of the poor. I've experienced poverty myself, big time, like big poverty. I experienced wealth growing up. Oh, my father used to be very all right, and then he hit me, he hit us. It got to the point where the man could not even afford food for Easter. So I've seen it too. So I've been around wealth. I've been around extreme poverty. And what I can tell you, the difference between the wealthy and the rich is that the wealthy are all action. All they do is act. They act on their impulses, no matter how crazy it is. They don't wait for is day, no day. No. You understand? The difference between the wealthy and the poor is
Yes.
that the wealthy act like, like if I look at you now and I say, Mike, how big would you dream if you knew you would never fail? How big would you dream?
Mhm.
If you know that you will never fail, no matter what it is your dream is, if you're guaranteed that you will never fail, how big would your dream be? That's how the rich think. No limits. No limits. Money is only a means to an end. It's only a means to an end. Money was invented by man. By man. So much so that even in the Bible, when they made reference to money and they asked Jesus Christ, what do we do with this coin? He said, give it to the guy. Give it to Caesar, what belongs to Caesar. Give to God what belongs to God. Money was made by man. God has given us all the infinite blessings. How you people, as mankind, decide to use it is entirely up to you. But He has made all the resources available. So money is one of the inventions we have created as man. And like Mike kept saying, it is just one out of thousands other ways. Before the concept of money, people used to literally rely on barter and social capital. That was all. What do you have? Do you have what I need? No, while I take, you take, finish. It was a value exchange. So we need to leave this mirage of money as important as we know as it is important, but money is not even close to being everything. It's not even close. It's not even close, like at all. You understand? At all. There was a recent interview. What's this guy? Kanye West. And Kanye was saying so. Kanye said, I've actually not had money on me in the past over 4 years. Like he hasn't seen money. What does that tell you? So it's all numbers. It's all, it can be paper, it can be, but it's all in our mind. We've all generally accepted that once you see this thing, this is what XYZ. Do you understand? Now we create them. So which means that even when it's not there, it doesn't take away value from that thing. If I don't have $100 or if I don't have $100,000, it doesn't take the value away from a Rolls Royce Phantom. The Rolls Royce Phantom is sitting there. The value is still there. The performance of that car is still there. It will always be there. That value is there. Whatever it is, even if it's a bottle of water, it's going to, the water would serve the purpose it's supposed to serve, with or without the money. The money is just a medium of exchange. So if that money is not there, that value is there. Your concern should be, how do I get this water? How do I get this Rolls Royce Phantom? How do I buy this property? You understand? Or rather, let me choose better words, not buy the property. How do I own this property? Because you can own something that you didn't buy with money. Some people inherit things. They didn't buy it with money. Somebody, bequeathed it to them. Somebody gifted them. You understand? So what we need to do is literally liberate our minds from that mindset of money no day, nothing can happen. That's like slavery pro max. You know, that's self enslavement. Yeah, like self enslavement. Somebody just literally wakes up and decides to punish him or herself. There's no limit to what you can achieve in life, because for as long as whatever you're looking for was created by man, you can demand it. Ask and it shall be given. For me, you see, that rule is one of the most underrated rules in any scripture, in any manual, whether you want to look at it from a spiritual point of view, whether you say I'm an atheist, I don't care what your orientation is, I don't care if it's whatever your religious orientation or bias is. Ask and it shall be given. Why do you give a beggar money? Why do you give money to beggars? 95% of the time you give money to beggars that ask you for money.
Because they ask.
They knock on your glass. Yes, they ask you for money. I want money. You understand? I want food. I want clothes. I don't get clothes. I need clothes to wear. The very moment you ask, you split the possibility of that thing happening into 50%. It will either happen or not. But at least it's a 50% chance. Instantly. The very moment you ask. The very moment you ask. Listen, even the money you're even asking for, when the money comes, money money is like being in a relationship. If you don't nurture that relationship, she won't stay. If you don't nurture the relationship you have with money, the money would not stay. The money will still go anyways. So what is your long-term plan? When you keep saying money, 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 when the money comes, or when the okay, let me even use a woman, so it's easier. I'm a man. Oh, babe, I like you, I like you, I like. Okay, no wahala. Now I have agreed for you. What next? What's the plan? What do you want? Do you want me for a day? Do you want me for an hour? Do you want me for a lifetime? Now, if you want me for a lifetime, do you want me to grow with you? If you want me to grow with you, how much so? Do you want to start a family with me? Or do you want to start a business with me? Do you want to? There's so many things. There's so many things. So then you now realize that asking or having the woman in your house is just one out of a million possibilities that could come up. So that's why, removing that money factor and stop treating money as the solution to all problems. Half of your problems are solved already. Half. of your problems are solved. Half of your problems are solved already. When you lose that mindset, when you know that I can get this thing, this is what I want. There's no but. Once that but keeps coming in, and most times the but for us is money. Once you can eliminate that but realistically, knowing fully well that you can still achieve this thing I'm looking for without this clause, this money clause, my brother, there will be no limits. No limits to what you can achieve. There's so many things I've done personally. I have achieved personally. In fact, there are even some I would even say here that will bust people's heads and they will like, no, this guy. But I mean, I won't say that here. I'll leave it. You understand? But I have never had the need to achieve a dream and I was stopped by money. I don't mind starting on the tiniest scale, even if it's 100 naira worth of something. I know that somebody can give me 100 naira. What is it? What can I buy for 100 bucks? Even if it's one packet of biscuits, start from there. Okay, give me the biscuit first. Let me start from here and scale up. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
Mike, let me just let me let me see.
Baba Nonso, thank
Uh,
you.
yeah.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. I'm bringing in people like this, and I remember from my first video, I said something in my first video. I said I'm going to be inviting people, our everyday people, like
Mm.
they are not superstars we see blinking and shining. They are the normal people we see excelling on the
Yeah.
corner, and we just
Yeah.
wondering like, what are these people doing? Okay, I said it from my first video that guys,
Mm-hmm.
watch out, you're going to meet very beautiful people, and it is not just about the name, it's not just about look, there are people doing things out there, there are people achieving things out there. And these big names we talk about, they started somewhere, and they started as simple as this. Bringing down those
Yeah.
walls
So.
in our mindset, because the problem has been the mind. Like I tell people, if you know the history of money, the full history, from trade by barter to reserve money, money today, if you know the true history of money, how do I put it? You would not worship money because you've learned a lot from you. The experience you give, because that is it really. Not coming to blow grammar, aspire to expire to respire to transpire to papaya, whatever they are firing, and no, 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 no. We're here to talk about it real life. Like, look, I've done this.
Yeah. So.
That is like the best selling offer. Best selling. I can tell you, will tell you I'm not best, I'm best selling. Best selling offer. Just that's Robert Kiyosaki. He comes from the angle of experience. Like, look, this thing you're trying to do, like Brian Tracy would say, there's nothing new you want to do. Everything you think you want to do has already been done. So these guys come
Mm-hmm.
from the angle of experience, like Kawasaki, they tell you how they were able to do those things. Some people don't know, but Kawasaki was part of the first founders, first people that worked with Steve Jobs. That they built Apple from the scratch. I think his new project
Mm.
is working with Canva. Yeah, he's the techno evangelist or something for Canva now. Canva, the designing app.
Mm.
Okay, and these people, they've
Mm.
taken their time to say, look, this is how we went through this thing, just like the way, so like, see the beautiful thing. Okay, I see a need. I tell people that our eyes is trained to transmit to our brain. Okay, so if you're someone who lives by what you see, that believe that seeing is believing, then you're very limited, because what your brain can do is not even up to 0.000% of what your mind can do. what your brain can see and what your brain can visualize is not up to what your mind. So it's about training your mind. When we say poverty is not of the pocket, it's of the mind. That is very important. The mind. The mind. So you see someone's a need. Like you said, the I move into it. Okay, Baba Nonso is maybe reconnect. Yeah. So like he said, I get it and I get the I think I can do this. And he swing into action. And that is what the rich do. When I see waiting for perfect conditions, I remember the adage that um, you can't plant if you wait for the perfect condition. If you are always waiting for you will never plant. It automatically means that you never harvest. Okay, so
Yes.
it's about,
Yes.
because that's another thing you did there, minding your business while you're in your job. And we're still going to have to talk about that some other time.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to bring another
Yes.
beautiful guest to talk about
Yeah.
minding your business, because people believe, oh,
Yeah.
I don't have time. You see, that's the biggest lie people tell. I don't have
Lie.
time. Do you know how? Do you
Sorry.
know how?
Sorry. 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 Mike. Can I interject a bit? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're actually breaking up. I can hear you.
Go ahead. Go
Hello.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was something you just said. I just lost my train of thought again. There was something you were talking about just before this statement. I wanted to.
Time. Not I don't have
Um.
time. I don't have time.
No. 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 Before that. Before that. Before that.
Okay. Okay. Minding your business, having a job, and minding your business, building your business on the corner. And I said, people say I
Yes.
don't have time.
Okay. Okay. Good. So basically, and another thing is another thing I wanted to stress on something. Now, a lot of us, a lot of us, you see, this mindset. I think it needs to be addressed. You see that mindset of, first of all, the conditions have to be right. It has to look a certain way. Oh, what will people think? It must. You see, that thing kills people. It kills you mentally. It kills you emotionally. It kills your life cycle. Then you also need to understand that there are no standards. There are literally no standards. There are no standards. The only standards are set by other people. You understand? Human beings like you. You understand? So we need to understand. You see, when we say this, each time we say I aspire to perspire, and we laugh. I so what? Okay, let me say something. When I go for presentations, and when I go for seminars and I have to speak and everything, first of all, I tell people, as a rule, don't write anything down. I don't need you to take a pen and paper, and no. I want you to go home with what connects with your mind the most. I want you to understand that life is not a destination. It's the journey. This is life. This is the life you and I know. The life me and Michael knows is now. You see, the past 5 minutes, we can't bring it back. Then the next 5 minutes, we're not even guaranteed. People sit down in their houses and a plane falls on them. This is all we have. The now, the moment. So how can you sit down, living in misery, and allow such a precious thing pass by? This is all you have. This is the difference between you and people that have gone. And this is the difference between you and people that are unborn. This is now. No rules, no standard. Let me bust your head, Mike. There was a business I started, it just crossed my head. Let me tell you. I'll just give you small snippets. There's a company I have, I registered, it's called Flag Care Nigeria. Flag Care. Flag, as in flag. FLAG.
FLAG.
Care. What does Flag Care do? Flag Care does what you call flag maintenance. We maintain flags. Now, I'll ask you not to use any foul words here. Say, I'm sure in your mind you're like, what in the world is that? What do you mean by flag maintenance? Is that even a word? Does it even exist? Actually, it never really existed. I can beat my chest and say I invented that. Let me tell you how it started. One day, when I started my laundry business, I was sitting in my car again early in the morning. Because what I do is, because when I come early, I put the AC on and I'll sit and can sleep till about 7:30. Then we'll go inside, do branch meeting. Then the branch opens by 8. So that's like my peak time. My mind is restless. Like a lot of things are just popping. So I'm looking. I'm like, what can I do for the bank? Now I'm doing stuff for the staff. What can I do for the bank itself? Right? How can I clean for the bank? Now, there's already a lot of janitorial services attached to the bank, and I said, okay, that competition is stiff in that area. But what else can I do with this my laundry business? Then, bro, I just looked up and I was looking at the flag of the branch, and the thing was staring at me, and it was dirty. And I said, why am I not washing this flag for this branch? Uh-uh. So I put off my car, I walk into the branch, I meet the CSM. Her name was I'm not going to say the bank. Her name was Nike, my very good friend, Omonike. And the woman was like, no, so you have come again. What's the problem? And I said, Nike, you know that I can wash these flags for the branch. Say you know. She's like, eh. I said, yes, now. And I asked her, okay, so what do you do with these flags? I said, well, every month we have to buy new ones from, the head office. So the head office has a unit that buys and procures the flags in bulk. Then any branch that needs will buy from the head office. So every month the branch has to buy flags, right? So when she told me the amount, I'm like, what? Every month? Yes, she said she buys like 2, 3 sets every month. So they just use it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they throw it away. So I'm like, so we can wash this thing now. Uh-uh. I can wash these flags for you. And that was it. She now goes like, okay, if that's the case, how much will you do it? Right? And I looked at her and I said, I'll do it for, how much was it that time, Steve? 5K, 5,000. She looked at me like, 5,000? Said every month. I said, yes, we'll wash twice every month. Every 2 weeks we'll wash, we'll take a set. When we return it, we'll take the dirty one like that. So she's not like, if that's the case, don't worry, I will even introduce you to other branches around my region so that you wash for them. So she introduced me to 5 other branches. That's 30K worth of flag washing. Very good. So I washed the Nigerian flag and the bank's flag. Good. So naturally, the next thing, Nonso thinks of scale again. Okay, how do I make this thing bigger? Now, because I was the staff of the bank, I couldn't approach the bank directly because it will be conflict of interest. How can I be working with the bank as a staff and be doing business with the bank, right? Officially. So I now went during my, lunch break, went to another bank, not too far, just on that same VI, another bank. I walked in there, I introduced myself. Before I did that, I'd already printed cards, Flag Care Nigeria, registered the company, everything. I went there, I went to meet the branch manager. I said, Madam, please, I want to talk. She now referred me to the CSM, that's customer service manager. I went to meet that one. Okay, so we wash flags. Guess what? A young lady, she looked at me. This woman laughed. I can never forget. She just laughed. She looked at me. She's like, wait, hold on. So she goes, she calls one of her colleagues, another lady. The lady comes over. Let me put on my light just in case it gets into the door. So she calls one of her colleagues, another lady, and says, oh man, please come and hear this. So she now says, okay, please say what you just said again. I said, my name is Nonso. I'm from Flag Care Nigeria, and we maintain flags. We wash flags. Both of them just started laughing. They're like, wait, this guy with your fine suit, fine boy swag, everything. Now flag you they wash. I'm like, yes, man, that's what we do. She said, so that's all you do. You don't wash anything else. I said, man, that's all we do. Flag, we just wash flags. That's all we do. Right? The woman now looked at me and laughed. She now said, how much do you wash this flag for? I said 5K. She said just 5,000. She said even our gardener earns more than 5K a month. I said, no man, it's just 5K. So I said, she now said the same thing on Money Kedi. She now said, okay, you know what I'll do for you? Let me introduce you to my region. Right? So she sends a mail to her region, just tells her colleague, it will even save you money. At least this one, they will wash the flag. You don't have to be buying every month and all that. Every month you spend more than 30K buying flags. This guy will wash for you 5K a month. You're using the same flag for at least 6 months to a year. Right? So the rest of them just bought the idea. Please, when is the guy coming? In fact, some branches were even upset. when I couldn't pick up the first week. Where's the guy now? Where's the guy? So from that bank alone, I think I got about how many more? I can't remember now, but for with my bank and their bank, I was making almost 100,000. Flag, right? Good. So now this is where the real plan now came into play. And I said, okay, you know what? Now, madam, can you introduce me to your head office so that at least I can talk to them and get them to make me wash for at least branches? I want to do it nationwide for you people. She's now like, okay, but how will you handle it nationwide? I said, don't worry, I have a plan. So they set up a meeting. She set up a meeting for me and told me that okay, in next 2 weeks I should come over to head office. She actually came for that meeting. So I was in the head office of this bank. I'm not going to mention, right? So we're there, and I'm pitching my, flag proposal. We're going to wash flags. We're going to save you money. We're gonna all that stuff, right, bro? While we're having the meeting, because the door of the conference room was glass, so I mean, anybody that was walking through the hallway could see. So some man, some elderly, not elderly, maybe late 50s, early 60s. I can't really remember his age, but he walked into where I was having the presentation. Sorry, Mike. Hope I can go on.
Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. We're learning. We're learning. Go on.
Okay, okay. So I'll make it really brief. So he walks into where I was having this presentation, and he sits down. Immediately he entered. Everybody stood up. Ah, well done, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. So I already knew he was like a senior person. So the guy, he saw the presentation. He had like pictures of flags, different countries, all that. Just flag. He just looked colorful. He's like, so what's this thing about? I told him, okay, it's about flags. We want to wash flags for the bank nationwide, saving money, blah blah blah. And the guy goes like, oh, okay, okay, nice one, nice. Okay, you guys carry on. And he walks out, right? So I was almost done with my presentation. Next thing, we just noticed the man just ran back in. He literally jogged back into the conference hall and sat down. And he looks at me. He's like, sorry, please, can you start that slide all over from the beginning? I started. I was doing breakdown. He said, no, 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 just skim through. I skimmed through. The man looked at me. He said, apparently the man was an executive director of the bank. Now, if you understand bank hierarchy, after the MD is an ED. He's like a senior guy. So the guy asked me my name, said, what's your name? I told him. He said, how old are you? I told him. He said, where are you from? I told him. He looked at me, he said, man, you're a criminal. Next thing, the man just started clapping. The man started clapping. The guy said, you know what is even tripping him is that all you bankers here, seated here, over 8 people, have not even seen what this guy is trying to do. He now asked them, he said, how many branches do we have at the moment? He said about 200 and something branches. Good. They now, at that point, this particular bank just acquired another bank. So that bank they acquired had over 200 branches too. So plus or minus at least 400 branches. So the guy said, nowhere in this guy's slide did he mention how much he'll be making in bulk. He didn't even say anything about money. He's telling you value proposition. And what's his plan for collecting the thing nationwide? Very simple plan. There's something called the pool room, the store room, or whatever. Different banks have called it different names. Every bank has a place in Lagos mostly, because that's where most of the head offices are, where all their everything, all the mails, and in fact most banks call it mail room actually. All the things that need to be sent to Meduguri, Anambra, Enugu, Ekiti, nationwide come to the mail. There's a central mail room. So what I was proposing was all the branches every week send your flags to mail room. We'll come in bulk, pick up. When we're done, we deliver back to that spot. Right? So the guy looks at me and like, bro, he said, if this guy is doing at least 400 branches every month, this guy is comfortably sitting on 2 million naira. This thing I'm telling you is over 10 years ago. 2 million naira per month for our bank. Now, as at that time, we had 18 functional banks. Out of those 18 banks, at least 14 were using flat. So the guy says, worst case scenario, because this is a novel idea, no one else is doing this thing. Now I'm sharing ideas for free. Now I'm just sharing ideas for free. He said, because no one else is doing this thing. This guy will easily bag at least 5 branches, 5 banks. he will do an average of 8 to 10 million naira monthly washing flags. So my brother, there are 1 million ways to catch a monkey. 1 million ways. All these plenty things I'm telling you now. Have you heard me say anything about money? I need money for this, I need money for that. Guess who's gonna be doing
Nah.
the washing? I'm sure you already know. I'm sure
Yeah.
your guess is as good as mine
Your
already.
laundry,
You
your
already know.
laundry, your laundry contact. Yeah, yeah, your laundry contact.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So all Nonso does is sit down in the middle and cash out. You understand? So
Yeah.
so bro, why I decided to tell you this, because most times we have a lot of rich people, but when we're in school, when they say when they give you a maths homework, they'll tell you to show your working. Do you remember? Show your working.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there are a lot of millionaires out there, especially in our country, that can't show their working.
Yes, they'll say na
You
God.
understand? Because yes,
You
they'll
gonna
say
say
now God,
something there.
now God do am. You understand? But there's no working. And if you don't show your working, how do people learn? The teacher that told you show your working is because he wants other people to understand how you arrived at what you're doing. Even if you don't use the teacher's formula, if you use your own formula, how did you arrive at XYZ? That's why I decided to say this here. Practical is real. I even gave you the details, so I'm not worried. I mean, I'll be happy if it helps somebody. You understand? Because there's so much more from where that came from. You understand? I can comfortably tell you I've set up 3 businesses in this country that no one ever used to run before. I'm not going to mention the next two. But when I tell you the way you just laughed, Mike, you're going to laugh again. The business of flag maintenance never existed. It was never a thing. I started it. I can beat my chest for free and tell you to Google, search. Day. I coined it. Day. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. It never existed. It never existed. I set up a business with my wife. It's called Dr. Cake Shoe Spa. Shoe laundry service. It never existed till we started it in 2011. It never existed. In fact, the only time we ever got to hear about it was sometime in 2015. Somebody has started in California. We set up an entire industry. Now there's snippets of people are beginning to, and it makes me happy. Families are being fed of shoe laundry. When we started, people said it's stupid. How can you say you're washing shoes? Who washes shoes? Bro, it's a multi-millionaire business. You understand, Mike?
Yeah,
Real
I
life.
do. I do. I do.
Real
I
life.
do. I do.
So we need people to connect to reality. Why I'm saying this is so that, Mike, so that people don't say, "Oh, we come here and when it's not your regular podcast." These are real human beings, like Mike said. These are real human beings, real stories, real. You understand? This is not. This
Yeah, I
does
do.
not.
I do.
This is not. This Harvard Business School will not even teach you this one. This is pure Niger hustle. Pure Niger hustle. You won't learn this in Harvard Business School. You understand? And why do I do these things? Because I enjoy the journey. I love
Yes,
challenges.
that's the phone.
I enjoy the journey. There are down times. This same business, there are times that you're like, oh my God, why did I even go into this thing? But that is the joy. It's the same thing. That's why you're in a relationship and they tell you, if you're in a relationship and you don't quarrel, it's not real. Because they realize that it's their highs and their lows. Do you understand? There will be hills and there will be valleys. It's standard. That's what makes life beautiful. That's why you love your siblings. Because you had times when you fought, but when you make up, oh my God, it's just worth it. You hug and you know that, man, I genuinely love this person and I miss being in touch with you. You understand? If there's no pain,
Yeah, I
you won't
do.
understand the essence of joy. You understand? If there's no pain, you won't understand the essence of joy. If we had joy all the days of our lives, you wouldn't understand, you wouldn't appreciate it. That's why you say you never know what you have till it's gone. Like you had it easy. People that lost parents, by the time they lose parents, you know, they tell you the feeling is different. Like they don't know you. The words cannot explain the void, the vacuum. You understand? So
Yeah.
enjoy the now, enjoy the journey, create the rules for yourself. There are no rules unless the rules you accept or the rules you create for yourself. No limits. Money is a tool. Money makes what money gives you options. Money makes money creates opportunities for you. Don't get me wrong. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But when money
Yes.
no day, my brother, it makes that journey even more interesting because the challenges will come. And when you surmount that challenge, you beat your chest and like, I did it. Waiting that they talk. The gratification is different. I've given you two business models. I call my business model 0 to 100. Zero. Bro, zero money. Somebody will say, at least we were working in a bank. Baba, I didn't need to be working in a bank to start the laundry business. I could as well start it in the compound I was living. They will wash clothes. They will wash. It's a need. People need to wash clothes. I was meeting a need. When McTurner grew, the banking sector accounted for less than 5% of my annual income. I had left the banking sector since. So that you won't say it was because you're a banker. No, don't make excuses for failure or inaction. You understand? Successful people don't understand what failure. Challenges excite me. I want to see it. I want to be the guy that they say, oh, man, this guy sure did this thing. I don't know how he did it. That's my own high. Like when people take alcohol, that's my. This one is my own high. Make it work. Make it happen. We don't have anything. We don't have money. Man, the thing turns me on. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah,
I do. I do.
I mean, I'm not a tell that today, but bro, I feed myself, I feed my family, I have the roof over my head. I can do the basic things my mates can do. I get car. You understand? Not be Rolls Royce. It's okay. I'm good. Like Baba, I'm good. Do you get? I'm good. I can support people. My own small, like I'm good. You understand? I'm good. The
I do.
basics, which is what Christ even told us in the Bible. And he says, listen, once a man has roof over his head, shoes on the sole of your feet, and food to eat, and you have good health, you're rich. You have everything. You have everything. You have a cloth on your back, my brother. You have no idea how rich you are. Is is sometimes it's greed and envy and lack of contentment that drives us into so many things that are not necessary. And that's what makes the journey hard for us. Because you're comparing yourself to every other person. I've been doing this thing for 1 year, but I see Collar that started the other day. Collar was already driving G Wagon. See me like this, I've never even buy car, still they jump Uber. But you've forgotten that before some years ago you were squatting, but now you stay in a flat, you have your own flat, you have a steady income. You they feed, you they send money to your mama to chop. You they pay small school fees for your brother. If you die today, people will miss you because there's so many things that used to do that they would that void will be there. Nobody to do this thing for us again. And you say you're not fulfilled, and you say I'm waiting for money. Which money? Practical terms, just two. If I tell you another one now, you shout. But let's leave that one for another episode. Let
All
me
right.
allow
All
Mike.
right.
Let
All
me
right.
cede my
Thank
time
you.
to Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Papa Nonso. This is
Yes,
huge.
sir.
This is wonderful. It's fantastic. Okay. So at least they know it's not like Michael is talking plenty. You get. And
Yes,
talking about the show your workings, it's like the book Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki wrote, "Why We Want You to Be Rich." You get, and there they break down a lot of ways at which they went about. Then at the summary of the book, they're like, "Look, the reason we are telling you all this is because we want you two to be rich, and we want to be able to call you and do business with you. Because if we do not expose you to these things, they are not secrets because it's been done. It's something that's never been done that is a secret.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not
Yeah.
secret, but you don't know. Maybe your circle or maybe your environment, something just keeps you out of the loop. Okay, so if we expose these things to you, then it's easier for us to next 6 months. There are people that are here today that I'll be able to call up and say, look, there's a plan somewhere, there's something to do somewhere, and you need to take action, and they just swing without thinking, because already a lot of layers and walls have come down. Okay, at this moment I would
Yeah.
like anybody who would like to come on the screen. My moderator, Healthy V, my thank you very much. You've always been awesome. Thank you. Please share the link to join the stream. Okay, please share the link now. Okay, yeah. So I'm sure people have questions. If you like to come up and ask Baba Nonso, he's here now. Any questions? Like, I know it's hard when you tell people, "Ah, money is not your problem." In Nigeria, they look at you as you are stupid. Like, only money do you know what money is? If I get money now, I go buy G wagon. If I get money now, and all those ones
Yes,
na
now.
liabilities. But that's
Yes.
the case for another day. Okay, so here we're learning how to think, how to train our minds, because the weakness and the strength starts in your mind. Like you said today in our conversation earlier, you said um, everything starts and ends in our minds. So when we see things and we don't see things, everything is still related to the mind. Okay, so you look around you and you see a problem. There's some people that because of what their eye sees and their brain to complain about the flag. Why this flag dirty like this bank, they're not even try, their flag they dirty. And
Exactly.
and somebody is there looking at the same thing and picks an idea, the exact things to wash the flag there, or at that point if you're not or something, or the type of soap to use, it is not even there, but you know that this thing is doable. But if I do one, two,
Yes.
three tries, I will get there. I will be able to wash this thing
Absolutely.
and bring it back. Okay, the link to join, and like you said, there are no how do you put it? There are no standards. Okay, and that's the reason why we are still expecting more iPhones. Yeah, because if there was a standard that iPhone had to meet, they would have had to wait for years. But they just started. Yes, I
Exactly.
remember that phone was ugly and heavy. The first
Exactly.
iPhone, in fact, it was just a replica of their
I'm telling
iPod.
you.
The only thing they could do then was just put SIM. That was the
Yeah.
difference. And for years, iPhone could not even transfer. They don't even say one, but they were releasing it. iPhone 3GS, iPhone 4, 4S, 5S, 5C, 6S, and kept going like that. 7 now we
Yes.
have. So I won't be surprised if there will be iPhone Christmas
Yeah.
tomorrow. They don't bring new one with that.
I'm
Or
telling
iPhone
you.
MMM,
You know, see, Mike,
MMXSS.
is actually interesting that you have to use the iPhone, and the iPhone is such a perfect example for what you're trying to explain, because these guys literally created a device that we didn't even know we needed.
I they tell you
That's to show you how novel. We didn't even know we needed it.
at
And
all.
like you said something very important. Listen, if we had to all go by a standard, it means that by now we suppose still they use Nokia 3310. I mean, that phone was everything we needed. It was durable, network was strong, it will never die. It's everything, waterproof, everything. So what more do you want? It was cheap, it was portable, it was everything we needed. If we did not move beyond that standard in quotes, there will be no iPhone 13. There will be no touchscreen phone. There will be no iPad. There will
Yes.
be no going to space. There will be nothing. There will be literally nothing. If we had to go with the destination, if life was a destination, Nokia 3310 was the destination for mobile phones. So why did we not stop there? Because somebody was not looking at the destination. Someone else was more interested in the journey. Because the journey is the beautiful thing, and it will never
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
And when you understand that, you wake up with excitement every morning. Mike, do you know how excited I wake up every day? There's a new idea I have. Don't worry. I'm going to do another episode, and I'm also going to invite you on my show, and we're going to talk more. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It will
Yeah. Yeah.
blow
Yeah.
your mind. Bro, it will blow your mind. You know, you said something. I saw something in your video. Said kiss, keep it simple and stupid. I love that acronym. It's amazing. Keep
It's
it
from
simple
Robert
and stupid.
Kiyosaki.
Yeah. Keep it I know I heard it somewhere before, but I don't care about Kiyosaki and Michael. I know. I heard it from you. I don't care who it comes from. It's you I heard it from. Whenever I hear that thing, I remember you. I don't know Kiyosaki. He's in his country. It's you I know. At least you're close to home. I can relate to Mike. I don't know him. You know. Anyways, anyways, my point is keep it simple and stupid. Like they say, if you can't explain something to a 5-year-old child, you most likely don't understand that thing yourself.
Yeah.
Because no matter how complex something is, that thing is built on a principle. What is the beginning and what is the end? Purpose. If you can't explain the purpose of that thing, you don't understand it. I don't need to know is E plus equal to MC squared minus this. No, leave all those plenty grammar. When I do this, what will it do? It takes almost 4 years for them to plan one space flight. 4 frigging years. They plan, they do all the permutations. They want to land the satellite in Mars. Plan, do mathematics, do mathematics, do mathematics. But what do they show us? The video they show us on YouTube is less than 4 minutes. They press power, power, boom, the
It's
thing flies.
taking off.
Boom, we see fire go, the next thing the thing lands. In simple terms, they understand that we don't need to know the astrophysics end of it. It's not important to us because we're not space scientists. But what we want to know is that there's a satellite that has landed in Mars and it can be sending us pictures and videos of Mars. Finish.
Church close.
You understand? That's keeping it simple. Church close. That's showing
Ambassador.
work. Then when it's time, you know, okay, how did you people do it? They will show their working. We need to learn to show working. You see what I did today? I can comfortably tell you this is the first time I have ever discussed any of my businesses on a public forum. Ever. Beyond maybe a few close friends. Ever. But why did I feel the need to do it? For posterity purposes. We need to learn to document things. We don't document things. We don't share ideas. We lock it up. I want only me to be. No. If someone else takes up the idea and becomes a billionaire, I am fulfilled. You understand? No one can ever
Yeah.
take away the fact that I had the blueprint. Nobody. Nobody. And I'll be happy that my people, my race, my everybody, humanity is better for it. This was a seed I planted and it grew into this. We need to learn to share more. That's why, please, what you do is beyond beyond viewing numbers, and it's a gemstone. It's not about numbers. It's not that I don't care who's how many million people. Don't worry. You understand? You're already laying a blueprint for generations to follow, and it is imperative that it is done. That's why I would always give you accolades for what you're doing. It's amazing. It is.
Thank you.
It is
Thank
amazing,
you.
Michael. It is. It is. It is.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored by your high ranking. Okay. So just as you were talking about the spaceship thing, I remembered I watched a documentary and
Mm,
Facebook, I came across this video. I don't know if I can get the link to that video now and share it, so you guys go to watch it. And while I was on Facebook that day, when I saw the video, I saw the caption. Trying to say again, and the caption was like, "Bill Gates warns against Elon Musk." So I just dropped it. I went to do what I wanted to do, and I came back. Okay, and I watched the video, and I could, I could see walk-ins. Okay, I've gotten the link. I'll share the link here. You guys can go and watch this video if you want to really feel inspired by somebody that you know today is called okay. Hello?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So sorry, Mike. I went off a bit. I might be off the camera for like a
Yeah.
few minutes, and I'll come back up. I'll be off the camera for a few minutes.
No.
I'll be back up. But I can
Okay,
hear you.
but hope
I
hope
can hear you.
hope you can hear. Okay, good. So I was
Yeah.
talking
Yeah. I can
about
hear you. I can hear you.
yeah. So I was talking about a video I came across. I just posted that video now. It's on Facebook. Okay, and
Okay.
the focus point was Elon Musk. Okay, and the caption was so interesting. The caption was Bill Gates wants public against Elon Musk, to catch your attention. So when I watched that video, okay, there were a lot of things. I could see interviews of Elon Musk as at 2008. Okay, and they were like, he was trying to do things that only his mind could see at that point. Only his mind. When I say only his mind, because
Mhm.
it was so interesting that he wanted to land, on Mars. He wanted to land on Mars. He wanted to
Mhm.
land in space, and he
Mhm.
started what they call SpaceX. And the person that
Mhm.
inspired him was Neil Armstrong. Okay, this is where there's a twist
Mhm.
in the story. Neil Armstrong, as a kid,
Mhm.
he watched Neil Armstrong go to space, come back. Then they asked Neil Armstrong a question that, do you believe that in the future, this would be possible for people to inhabit space, create a space station? And he said yes. So this alone triggered one. That's why I say, you see these few things you're saying, there's somebody it will touch. And it woke him up like, okay, since this thing is possible, let me start working on it. And he said he was so
Mhm.
afraid of being around people, because when he talks, he's like a madman. They think like sometimes they just want to bring him out
Mhm.
of the crowd and just keep him separate. Like, okay, there's something wrong with you. This is how we operate. Like Robert Kiyosaki told something like, he said, when he asked his teacher in class, like, sorry, why don't we teach about money or anything about money in class? That was one of the worst days for him in school. Like, like, we don't talk about that. We talk about getting a job, blah blah blah. There's always this thing you have. I don't know if I'm talking to you here, but there's something in your mind. It's not in your, because going by what you see. Like, I stay in an environment where a lot of things are wrong, and I was talking to someone the other day, and I said that, look, in this environment here, do you know we can actually fix it, okay, and get royalty from this environment, like, forever. But people don't see that. But that is what they did in Lekki, anyways. Lekki toll gate, you're saying today. Because if somebody woke up and said, let me do this, then I'll be taking royalties. Even though there are controversies to it today, due to the NSAS thing. But look, that was a very brilliant plan. And they fixed the road, and they put free toll everything on the road to fix it and make sure that, look, even if your car breaks down, your car is towed for free. You don't have last mile issue or whatever issues. Okay, now going back to this thing, and his prodigy was Neil Armstrong. Okay, and he said Neil Armstrong inspired him to start the SpaceX thing. Now the funniest part is when this SpaceX when the SpaceX program was taken to the board of top astronauts, of which Neil Armstrong was part of the board. Neil Armstrong flopped his plan. Like, said they should not fund him. Now, this is Elon Musk. Said that it was not possible. Now, but this is the person that inspired him years ago through an interview on TV. And he's now said, like, when they were asking him the question, like, were you expecting him to applaud you and give you a go? He said, yes, he was. So how do you feel now? He was like, I feel horrible, but I'm going to keep going. And then they were saying, okay, after trying these electric cars for years, your electric car company is already in the mud. Nobody's been talking about it again. He said, yes. He said, okay. And you've tried 3 flights. This was 2008. 3 flights to go to space. Each one has been a flop, a total flop. Because the beautiful part is his crew of astronauts were not astronauts. They were simple people like me and you that he put together and said, look, we can do this thing. Since the astronaut family, the astronaut heads would not give us the backing to do it, we will do it ourselves. So this, none of them had any prior astronomy education. It was
background.
just background. It was just simple people. Okay, you come. You can knock man, or you start knocking the man. You can paint, start painting. You can do this one. Let us just do it. Until the day eventually the rocket took off. Then eventually has even sent a Tesla car to space. Okay, we're going somewhere. It is not about what is happening right there in front of you. If you're being driven by your brain, then there is a problem, because you would always hold to seeing is believing. The big skyscrapers you have today, they were not built on what was existing. I mean, Andrew Carnegie built bridges that were said that the bridges can never hold elephants. And to test the bridges, he had to use an elephant before people became very, and today we have so many of those type of bridges. And another beautiful part was, he was not an engineer, he was not an architect, he was nothing. It was just his boss. What's his name again? Oh, I forget his name, but I remember that. They like, people in the state house thing, and they're like, okay, we want to give a contract. So he just called him and said, he took him to the site. He said, we want to build a bridge from this place to that place. Can you do it? And he said, I don't understand. Why are you telling me? He said, because I want you to do it. Can you do it? Now, this is in the video, my live stream before the last one. I talked about the questions when he's asked, what's your response? Because the rich would always say, I can't afford it. I don't have time. I did not go to school. I did not do this one. I'm sorry, the poor, would always give excuses. While the rich will see it as an opportunity to excel. So Andrew Carnegie's name today is one in the world, because I was one of the richest people that ever lived too. Andrew Carnegie, that owned Carnegie Steel, which later became American Steel, when JP Morgan bought over Carnegie Steel for, I think, was it $400 million back then, which is over 400 billion. Back then. Now, this guy did not know anything about iron, he did not know anything about concrete, he did not know anything about steel, he knew nothing, but he went in search, like, okay, how can we build big? Because at the point they were not building big steel bars, it was just small ones. What can we build to produce big steel bars? Who can do it? How can we do? Of course, he had breakups. In fact, there was a time the project went off completely and it came back, and at the end of the day, it was what a success. And today we still have things. Samsung started with selling fish. When I tell people this, they're like, are you serious? Yes, Samsung started with fish. Go and read their encyclopedia. Fish, the owner of some fish, but today is one of the leading tech companies in technology. In fact, today when they ask you if you're not using an iPhone, the next thing they expect to hear is, I'm using a Samsung. In fact, the minute you're not using a Samsung, you should be using an iPhone. Now, the both of them, then they say as a real phone, and it is still one of the phones that has an original operating system that is not a Spectrum. If you're in the tech this thing, you understand what Spectrum operating system means, that you can reload anything on it. Samsung, you can't try it. A Samsung is a Samsung. Okay, and these people started, all
Mm.
this journey. You when you watch how they, okay, when you read the book, how they started. What's this lady's name again? Okay, you see things there. Read Robert Kiyosaki's The Retire Rich. You see how these people achieved things without their own money, but they kept on
Mhm.
going. It was a forever mission for them. That is why you still have Apple today. That is why you still
Yeah.
have
So.
Samsung. That is why you still have, like, it was a forever mission. Okay. Now, let me tell you something I'm doing here now. I am actually broadcasting to you. I'm using my phone's camera, but I'm using my laptop to broadcast. Okay. Sorry, I'm
Mhm.
using my system, my iMac, to broadcast. I'm using my iMac to
Mm.
broadcast, but
Mhm.
the camera I'm using is my phone's camera. That is what I'm using. So if I switch to
Mm.
my iMac camera, you'd see a difference. Okay. Now, how did I go about this? When I did my first live stream, I wasn't really satisfied with the, webcams. They're really not sophisticated. Okay, they just for simple
Mm.
stuff. So I wasn't really satisfied. If you watch my first live stream to my other ones, you will just observe a difference. Then I kept asking myself, I said, how can I use my phone's camera with my laptop and use it as the main camera source? And I went into, you see, when you ask the question how, I didn't have to go and get an engineer. I didn't have to
Mhm.
look for money and bring one big studio person. All I needed to do was go online and check, read about these things. Then I came about Irium, Irion. It's a software. Um, it's a software company. They have a software where if you install the software on your PC, any PC, you install that same software on your device. If it's an Apple, if it's a this thing, you install the same software on your device. Okay, now you can actually use the same system by connecting it. You can use it to any streaming platform, and that is how I came about this. So who
Wow.
did I pay? Who did I pay? Absolutely nobody. I paid
Nobody.
nobody a dime. Okay, so please, if you guys have any questions, please ask your questions. Oh, please ask your questions. Okay, now we're going to be having very beautiful live streams like this. Thank you guys very much for joining. Okay, you have the dollar sign there. Please, if you like to support this, you can just send a super sticker, a super thanks, super chat, okay, to appreciate. Then if you don't have that and you'd like to just do a donation direct to the bank account, please, you can simply send it to the account details on the screen to support us. This is really huge. It's taking the best of us and we're having fun doing it. That is the most important thing. We are
Yeah.
serving you
So.
people at the fullest capacity. And that is the most beautiful part of it. This is our appreciation. This is it for us. You get, this is it for us. So you can go ahead, support. We really would appreciate your support. Okay. So um now, I have a brief question for you. Now, do you think, Nonso, this question is for you. Do you think using other people's money is dangerous? Please answer this question because I know some people they have that thing like,
Okay.
how I'll go take person money do business. So, do you think it is dangerous?
Well, so first of all, let's even ask a question. Which money is your money? Nobody
Very
owes money.
briefly,
Every time you take money,
please.
you're taking money from someone else. Now. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, so I was saying, I said, my take is there's it, it's the risk. Whatever you're scared of already is there. Is there from the onset. Every single time you take money from wherever, if you're doing business, if you're doing whatever it is, money would exchange hand from Mr. A to Mr. B. You understand? The only time I think you would have that fear of taking money from people, say maybe a loan or something, is when one, you do not even have, like when we're in banking, when before you give a customer loan, they tell you the three C's of the three three C's of risk assets. They say, okay, so the first C is character, the second C is capital, no, no, no. I think character, capacity, if I'm not mistaken. See, I've forgotten my banking.
Cash flow.
Character, capacity, and I think either credibility. I can't remember. But everything. No, there's another C. I remember. But the most important one of all these ones is the character. You as a person. You understand? The same 1 million naira you give Mr. John, and both of them will come up with totally different results. At the end of 1 year, at the end of the year, one guy is giving you profits while the other guy is totally bankrupt. In fact, he's even running around in circles, running away from people. So beyond, I don't think the fear is taking people's money. Is first of all what you want to do with the money. Like when I talked about your relationship with money, same way. Just look at it like a relationship with a woman, or in the case of a woman, a man. You understand? Relationship with human beings. Are you going to nurture the relationship? Do you want it to grow? How do you foster this relationship? Is this relationship going to be built on trust, on integrity? What's your long-term plan for this relationship? So you can't avoid taking people's money. There's no way. The banks, your bank, you put your money, is in the business of taking people's money. That's all they do. The banks don't print money now. Their job is to take your money and reinvest it and make profit and give you your money back whenever you ask it. So you keep your money, you give them your money to keep for them. They make that your money work for them and they make profit. Do you understand? So you need to have a plan. Please don't take money when you don't even know what you need your money for. Please don't take money when you know that you're not a credible person. You know that you're not a good money manager. I will blow this money. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. It's a recipe for disaster. Don't take money you don't need. Why do you want money? Give me 1 million naira. For what? What do you need the money for? If what you need that money for could be solved without that money, please don't take the money. I repeat, if what you need the money for can be solved without the money, don't take the money. You don't need it.
Good, good.
You don't
That
need
is
it.
where, yeah, that is where I want, because a lot of people just believe that
Dangote
money,
would
like we've been saying since the beginning.
that yeah.
Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. You're saying
Yeah,
something
I'm with
about
you. I'm with
Dangote.
you.
You're saying something about Dangote.
No, no, no. I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, okay.
Okay,
No, no, no.
okay.
I was saying that Dangote doesn't just take money. When I was in the bank, there's what you call is it, I think a loan syndication or something. I don't know if I'm using it like that one, but something along those lines. It means like almost 10 banks come together, bring money together to support Dangote's business. He's not taking money from one bank. They can't fund it. 10 banks will come together, raise money, and give Dangote. And Dangote pays back. In fact, was it that year? This was 2009 or so, if I'm not mistaken. Either 2009, 2010. And they said the loan he was paying back them back their loan early. That was the whole Dangote cement period. And I think it was 1 trillion naira, some ridiculous amount of money. This guy just raised the draft and paid back this bank. I'm like, God damn. Like, come on. Paid everything clear. You understand? He needed the money for what he needed it for. He executed the project, made more than enough, paid back. Like, you understand? So he had the capacity, he had the character, he had the credibility. These things are things. Don't go collect what you know fee handle. You're running around in circles. Can you keep money? Relationship. If you know that you cannot keep a relationship, why go into it? You'll be miserable. You'll be miserable. Can you keep, if this lady, if you're a guy, if this girl grieve for you, can you take care of the basic things, her needs? Can you, if she grows into a family and she has kids for you, can you manage the kids? Can you manage the wife? Can you manage a home with this person? Because now that woman has multiplied into so many other subsects of your life. So always look at it from that relationship point of view. If you're not ready for a relationship, don't go into it. Same thing with money.
All right.
Don't touch it. You
All
don't
right.
know
All
what
right.
to do with it. Leave it alone. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. You see that it comes down to what we call financial integrity. Okay, everybody today that uses
Hmm.
debt has built what they call financial integrity. That is a topic for another day. But you just threw light
Hmm.
into it. That look, you just gave a good example of somebody, and when people are like, "Why is he only this guy? Why is he only this guy?" I think you guys have seen. You now understand why it can be him, because there may be more than one, two, three people that actually got that type of money as at that time, but were they able to refund it? Okay, sometimes business will go bad, yes, but your financial integrity would speak for you. Even you as a person, there are some people that if they come to you to borrow money, you say no. Ehen. And if you are that type of person
Yeah.
that
So
you know that if you go to people to borrow money, they will say no, check yourself. Then there are some people that if they come to you to borrow money and they can't pay up in time, you'll be like, something must have gone wrong. That is what they call
yeah.
financial
Yes.
integrity. You have other types of integrities, but today we're talking about financial integrity. So that is it. So you can get other people's money to work for you. Okay, other people's money you can, but you need to build your financial integrity and be sure, like I said, you know what you want to use the money for. That one alone helps you to stop chasing money, because some people, you ask them, I want to go into baking business, just give me 500,000. 500,000 might not even
Mm.
buy the oven. That's if they want to do it themselves, but they just because they see
Yeah.
500,000 as a big figure. But when you now give them, they will now find out that it's just the major minor supplies the 500,000 can take care of. So you're in trouble already.
Hmm.
But if you do your groundwork, you know what you need. You know what you want to do. You know what you can do. If you do your groundwork very well, why not? Why not? You can ask for what you need, and it will be given to you. Asking it shall be given unto you. Okay. So money is not an issue. Okay. I would like also here. I would like you to talk a little bit about Bell Constructions. I'd like you to talk about Bell Constructions, okay? Because one thing I said I'm not going to be doing is bringing you guys from one angle and leaving you in the middle. Okay, last week Mr. Bajide Ajao was here and he gave you
Yeah.
people an opportunity to go for 15 days accounting course, whereby at the end of the day you can even start calling people and say, look, I want to do your accounting for you, I want to balance your books for you. In just 15 days you can get to that level, and not just um how do they call it, not analog accounting, digital accounting, where you use software like Zoho. He uses Zoho. So that is it. Now you have another person who has a business, okay? And I wouldn't, like I said, I won't leave you in the middle. I'll give you options, okay? Now he is the CEO Bell Constructions, okay? They're into construction, building, and painting, okay? So Nonso, please just take it up from here and let them know how they can come in to business with you, what they can profit from this, what they can do, because some people are waiting to have 1 billion before they start anything. Please take it up from here, please.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just be very brief. So basically, Bell Construction is uh, a construction company, as the name implies. Civil. We build um, private residences, commercial structures, the whole 9 yards. You understand? Recently, we delved into development. You understand? And on a larger scale, for mostly private homeowners. And so I'd like to let people know that you in most cases, like for instance, there's something we're coming up with. Once the structure is done, I'm going to send. I'll send the brief to Michael to share, with our esteemed viewers on his platform. So basically, you do not need 1 million naira or 10 million naira to go into real estate. Now, I'm not saying that with 1 million naira you buy a house. It's a lie. Nobody's gonna sell a house for you for 1 million naira. Maybe a mud house, oh. But in this our Lagos, you will not see a house for 1 million. So that would be lying. I wouldn't lie to anybody, you know. But with 1 million naira, you can be part of a real estate project, say an estate coming up. Because sometimes there are projects where people need to crowd fund. You understand? So people can bring as little as 500K, 100,000 naira. It's like buying shares, literally. You understand? But what we're doing is a little more different, and we're also doing this in partnership with a notable insurance company. So we're not running a. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not none of that. Oh, bring this and we pay this percentage. None of that. You will be part of the process. It will be like a learning curve. You literally, oh, with my 100K, I brought 100K and they use this my 100K to buy 20 bags of cement, right? Then this project, this is where we
Yeah,
are with the project. This is where we started with from foundation. Now we've built it to 10 floors. Whatever your stake is, there's an allotment that comes to you at the end of the day. If it's for sale, if it's for lease, but it will be properly structured. Like I said, in partnership with an insurance company, so that your fears are, we allay all your fears, like put everybody to rest. It's not a get rich scheme thing, but it's a good step, is a good, first footing into the real estate sector. You understand? Because I know a lot of people want to own property over time. They want to go into real estate. I want to buy and sell. But I don't have that kind of money. You don't need to have millions to be part of the process. You understand? You don't need to be have millions to be part of the process. Even if you buy 1 unit of a share in GT Bank, right? You are a shareholder in GT Bank. If the bank is making profit, you're making profit. You can be proud to say, I am part of GT Bank units. Even if it's 1 unit, you are part of a structure that grows. So for me, this is what we want to bring into real estate, proper crowdfunding, to the point where I won't divulge too much, but it's the idea for what we want to do. We want to set, if I mean, if you've listened to the kind of businesses I told you I established, I like to do things a little different from the norm. You understand? So let's make this easy for people
yeah.
to understand. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. No, keep it very basic. Keep it very basic. There's a demand for housing, there's a demand for real estate.
Keep it
This is
simple and stupid.
a viable sector. Real estate, agriculture. So just know that you can be part of a system that grows into God knows what. You understand? You can be part of a system that you can be part of a project that is going on in Banana Island, another project going on in Ajaleki, another project going on in Ikeja, another one going on in Maitama in Abuja. You understand? With your small money, because you're a shareholder in on that particular project. You understand? So I'd be like I said, I'll send more stuff through Michael to share with the group, and you can reach me through my handle shared by Michael earlier at any point in time, and I can also give you a clearer brief. And our Instagram handle is at BEL_construction. You understand? So you can also send us a DM, and we can give you more insights on how to go about navigate through this real estate business and market. Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's very good. So guys, you've heard it though. You've heard it. And I like the first thing he said. He said anybody that tells you you will build a house with 1 million naira, they lie to you. So it's just like when I say when I put it there like, oh, with 100,000 you can start a business and get 5% returns. And it's not like you want to start a business with 100,000, but you can be a huge part of the business. Okay. Now, thank you very much, Baba Non. So please, if you don't mind, can I ask, can I drop your phone number for them? Baba Non, so can I drop your phone number so they can contact you? So,
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
okay,
That's
so
fine. Absolutely. No
yeah,
problem.
away from the business part, if you also want to do some construction, you want to build your house, you want to do painting, you have a major project in your vicinity and you need somebody to come and run it for you, you're talking to, at least you've heard the story, you know that yes, this is not a fairy tale person, it's not a god duam. Hey, everything is practical. Thank you very much, Baba Nonso. Thank you very, very much. Okay. So Baba Nonso would want to leave us now. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And we would definitely get you back again. We'll definitely get you again on yeah, thank you very much. We'll have you again some other time to come and still light others talking about the different, and just that we keep growing, we keep growing. Thank you all for your time. Thanks to our sponsors,
Yes,
Spray
so
Africa
thank you so much.
and
Thank you.
Healthy
Thank you.
Vimai, yeah, Vimai Honey. Okay, so Baba also will leave us now. Packages for 3 people today, and they're all going to be watched. Baba also, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you very
This
much.
is
Thank
great.
you
It's
guys. It
great for
was it
you
was it was
gracing,
it was a pleasure. It was a
yeah,
pleasure.
gracing our screen. Thank you very much. We've learned a lot. We've learned a whole lot.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
All right. So
Thank you.
today we're going to be doing something different. Okay. Now very you guys are very accustomed to me asking questions and doing the giveaway. Today it's going to take another pattern today. It's going to take another pattern today. So I decided to choose my winners based on another angle today. Okay, and each winner goes away with 100 watch hour to build your channel. So if your channel watch hour is already complete, you can contact me and gift it to somebody else. Okay, so as a means of growing, because we are not just here about talking, we want to grow. All of us want to get to that level, you understand? So this is our own way. Be the true rich. Hear your dreams come true. So as a way to make your dream come true on YouTube, we're going to be giving our watch hour for 3 people. Okay, so the first 100 watch hour goes to KG. Okay, now you're wondering why? Because he was the first person to join. The first person to join. KG, you have 100 watch hours from Be the True Reach. KG Moto from Nairobi, Kenya. You have 100 free watch hours from Be the True Reach. Please contact me. If anybody knows him, you can contact him. I'm not sure he's here now. That's KG. Okay. Then the second watch hour goes to the longest guest here. Okay, and the longest guest here so far has been Rispa's Lifestyle Kenya. Oh, so our gifts are going to 2 people today from Kenya. Wow, so the Kenyans today are really digging. In fact, they are digging it deep. So 2 of the gifts are going to Kenya today. So Rispa's Lifestyle Kenya. Risper's Lifestyle, Kenya. Um, you're getting the second 100 watch hour. Okay. Then the third 100 watch hour goes to the first person that commented on the focus video. Now, when I post, whenever I post a live stream notification, if you go there to the description, you would always find the focus video. If you can't see it, you can ask me for it, and I will send you the link. So when I posted it, the first person to go and watch, the first person that went to watch and commented. So if you watched and you didn't comment, or you didn't comment first, then maybe I don't know. But and another thing is not going there to comment here to support. How are you? The first person to really comment on that post was Cynthia as Mr. Fruits. Okay, so now the reason is because before we come here, we've already discussed this thing. I've already done a video. So there's already an existing video talking about what we are going to be talking about here. Okay, I don't just pick topics. No, I first done a video. So I like it when people take their time to go and research on the topic. And the best way to research is to watch the focus video. And the focus video was there. It was there on the channel, and it is part of the description. If you click the description box, you see the focus video there. Stop begging for money. Money is not your problem. The first person that commented. So this is to encourage you. Please always watch the focus video and comment. Always watch and comment. Let us know your thoughts. So the first person who watched it is Cynthia as Mr. Fruit. Okay, she's not here now. She has said she's going to attend to something. So please, the three of you, contact me for your 100 watch hour each free. Thank you guys once again for coming on to this live event, taking out your time. Thank you. Congratulations to the winners, KG, Rispers Kenya, and Cynthia as Mr. Fritz. Congratulations to you guys. Okay. Now, if you'd like to build your watch hour without the stress of LS, live streaming forever, silent LS, and you just want to do it now. This are some people are like, how come you are in Nigeria and you are running LS? Because they don't believe that Nigerians run LS. Okay, so this the WH, sorry, watch hour. That is how, instead of saying I can't afford it, we found a way to afford it and make it happen. And we'll make your channel. You just go and sleep. Your watch hour will be complete. We'll run it for you. So you have my number there. Contact me if you want to grow your watch hour, or you have someone who wants to grow their watch hour. Just contact me and I'll get it done for them. Okay. Then, if you also would like to invest in 100,000 or multiples of 100 to get a 5% interest every month. So you invest 100,000, you get 5,000 naira every month. You invest 200, you get 10,000 naira interest every month. It doesn't mean we are paying you 110,000. No, your 100,000 remains in the business, or your 50,000, or your 500,000. Why would pay you 5%? And in 20 months, you've gotten back your initial capital and your money is still in the business running. Okay, so if you like that, please contact me. Don't say I'm waiting to get 1 million, 1 billion before I invest. As small as 100,000, you can start. Okay, yeah. Then a huge thank you to our sponsors, Be My Honey and Spray Africa. Thank you very much. And also, I'm telling you guys now, please subscribe to my membership. I'm begging you now, because very soon we'll start having members only videos, members only have access to them. Okay, these are perks, so much perks with it. Emojis, loyalty badges, wallpapers, first early access to videos. Okay, you get to see them first. Please, it's just 600 naira. It not reach $2 in legal terms. In black market, it is $1, and but in the this day, it not reach. Please, it not reach $2. For 30, 31 days, you pay 600 naira. It's chicken money now. Come on, please support us. Do this as means of support and get your perks. Get your perks. From next week, it will be fully active. As in, you come and maybe you'll be, I want to watch this video, it's for members. I want to do this one, it's for members. Okay, we need to support ourselves. Thank you very much for your time, everybody. Thank you very much. A huge thank you. I'll be expecting you guys to contact me. I'll be expecting you guys to contact me. Okay, Rispers Lifestyle Kenya, please contact me. Okay, you can contact me via my channel or contact me via Instagram, and my Instagram handle is simple, is at Be The True Rich. The same name, the same thing, at Be The True Rich. Okay, you'd see it run through the screen now, at Be The True Rich. Please, KG, please contact me, and also Cynthia, contact me. Okay, and you're getting it. Thank you. We'll call it a day, call it a wrap now. Thank you very much for the 2+ hours you spent it to me. Thank you. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you. And you're always welcome to Be the True Rich, where your dreams come true. Here, your dreams come true. So it is not about thinking plenty to come true here. Thank you very much for the day. See you again next week as we bring on another beautiful personality to come and share his own experience and also cheer you guys up. During the week, you'd get the banners and everything, and you know what you're up against. Thank you very much. I'll be saying bye bye now. My name remains Michael. Have a blessed week and remain blessed. Thank you.